Okay, hi everybody. I'm going to talk about the KHS 1000, which is a special bike we're doing for Black Thursday, Thanksgiving. We've never offered this bike before. I'm going to talk about the differences between this and other bikes we offer and what makes this different than a Walmart bike, and talk about the features. First of all, this is a 1000 watt bike with the BBSHD 1000 on it. Stock, it's 1000 watts. We deprogram them down for the street, but you know, they are super fast, a lot of torque. Because it's a mid-drive system, the weight is balanced and down low, and what that gives you is a lot of even though it's the drive system's 8 or 9 pounds, it acts as an anchor. When it's down so low and centralized like that, you don't even feel it. And what it gives you most importantly is gears. So you have a quality SRAM X7 gear system in here, and you have your 9 speeds back here, and you're going through the bicycle gears, the motor is, so you can shift into first and you can just climb anything on this baby. And that's the beauty of a mid-drive. It's much cheaper and easier to do hub motors, but hub motors are not well suited for riding off-road at all. You got like the weight inside the wheel, which affects the balance of the bike. Every motorcycle racer will tell you it's all about having lightweight wheels, because that's the where all your momentum, everything is going. If you're jumping, you don't want any weight on the wheels. You're just going to break stuff. And this one has a 14 amp hour Panasonic GA battery. You won't find this in many production bikes at all, this quality of cell. Panasonic GA is the optimal battery for power density. So we're able to fit 700 watt hours in this small little pack. Lunacycles believes in 52 volt packs, where the other companies are saying 36 or 48. 52 is like the ultimate power that you can get out of this system. With 52 volts, you're going to be running as fast as you're going to get out of this. You're going to easily get 28 to 30 miles an hour, even in without even stressing the bike. It's a very reliable, rugged system. Now let me talk about the bike itself. A lot of people are saying, oh, you can spend $200 on a fat bike at Walmart. It's really not the same thing at all. This started out as a KHS bike that's a quality bike to start with. And when you start getting into bikes, you can take it as far as you want to go. It's very easy to spend $5,000 on a fat bike, but this one we feel is just good enough for an electric bike conversion. It has big 5-inch wide tires. They're 120 TPI rated. TPI is the quality of the rubber. 120 is very respectable. It's 5-inch wide tires. The back is a through axle here, which with the through axle you're able to get more wider of a hub in the back, and what that does is it gives you more stability. In the front, this is one of the differences between this and the 3000. It does have the regular quick release, which it's strong, but it's not as strong as the through axle would be on the front. But again, through axle on the front, you're talking more money. Let me show you the front fork. It looks like thin and not as strong as the rest of the bike. It's actually the strongest part of the bike, because this is a steel fork, whereas the rest of the bike is 6061 aluminum. And the reason why you have such a steel fork in the beginning is this what's going to be taking all the force when you're riding. It's a very good idea to have a steel fork in the front. Steel will strong as hell. It's a little heavier, and also it gives you this look where you got really thin, it looks kind of wimpy, and you got this big fat tire. That's what gives these fat bikes these awesome look. Also, I wanted to say that you have actually water bottle mounts on the fork. So you're missing some of your water bottle mounts we're using on the battery. This has them on the fork. You might even be able to mount extra packs here for those people going out adventure riding. Going back and talking more about the bike, the bicycle itself, you won't find these kind of features on a Walmart bike. It has like hydroformed aluminum. It's quality built. You can see it's all made in Taiwan with like the paint job. Even the quality of the paint is, it's got sparkly metal flake green paint job that's just awesome. The weld quality is amazing. And then you can see it has like color coordinated seat right here that does the trick. A lot of guys want big cushy seats on their fat bikes. We offer that as a free item. You can get a big cushy seat if you want. The other thing that I really recommend on these non-suspension bikes is a suspension seat post. On an electric bike, you really don't need all the suspension. If you just have a suspension on the seat post, you don't need to stand up on an electric bike like you do on a pedal bike. So a good suspension seat post, like the ones we have, will take most of the shock and give you 2 or 3 inches of suspension. The other big point about suspension is most fat bikes don't have suspension because, for one, suspension's really expensive right now on fat bikes. There's only one really decent fork made for suspension on a fat bike. It's called the Bluto. We have it. It's a $600 option. Very expensive fork, and it really does not need it on a fat bike because of these big tires. They give you at least an inch of suspension, especially if you're not doing crazy trail riding. Fat bikes seem to go well without suspension, just a suspension seat post and you're gold. Now wintertime's coming. A lot of guys are riding in the snow. With the mid-drive, you can actually tackle like big snow trails, everything else. This thing's just a beast, and it'll just go through anything. This is a very good value bike, the 1000. The difference between it and the 3000, which cost about $500 more, or about $400 more, I should say, is this is an XRAM X7 system, where on the 3000 it's an X9. What that does, it's a little difference in weight, but they pretty much function the same. Again, with electric bikes, weight is not as important. You don't need as high of end components, but I think you need like some kind of starting point. The other thing I should say is these are Hayes hydraulic brakes. I could turn it around, but it's got good Hayes hydraulic brakes. It has a 180 in the front and a 160 in the rear, which means these guys are really thinking about bike design. You need more rotor in the front. When you're going downhill, the rotors will like overheat and get hot, and especially on an electric bike that rides this fast, having really good brakes like this is important. Hydraulic brakes, the big advantage I see to quality hydraulic brakes like this is that you don't ever have to adjust them. As your pads wear, they'll clamp down automatically to the right force without having to adjust them all the time. Where mechanical brakes do work, but they require more maintenance, more adjustment. The other obvious advantage to hydraulic brakes is that with one finger you can stop the bike. So if you're an electric bike lazy man and really don't want to get your fingers tired when you're going downhill, hydraulic brakes is the way to go. And what else can I say? It has a color screen. You can check it out right here. I'll start it up again. You start it up, you get the Luna logo. We're the ones who designed this screen and brought it to the United States. There you go. And you get 5 different levels of pedal assist, and also you got full throttle with a thumb throttle here, which you have either throttle or pedal assist, so you can get as much of a workout as you want when you're riding it. Basically, I think this bike is one of our best values, especially right now on the Black Friday sale. If you're into fat bikes, you're not going to get a better deal than this. I mean, it's a really great way to start. The thing is that, yeah, you could go cheaper by buying one of our kits and getting a Walmart Dolomite fat bike or something, but just everything's cheaper quality when it comes to the bike. And on something you're going to go 30 miles an hour on, it's a good idea to have like good components. Also, even though this bike looks kind of heavy, it does only weigh 58 pounds with the full electric system, everything, which really is not a lot for this beefy of a bike. And that's about all I can think of for now. We put our chain ring on this, aluminum chain ring, which looks a lot better than the stock chain ring. And it has 42 teeth. We also are offering the 2500 watt Luna Ludacris upgrade, which is our own fancy controller, which will give the thing a lot more power. That's for off-road use only. That'll totally turn this into a 40 mile per hour like trail climbing monster. And we also offer it with triangle batteries, which I do recommend if you do go with the 40 amp option, because it's more taxing on the battery and you need a bigger battery with a higher rated BMS. Even though this Shark pack we've tested fine with the extra power. Anyways, I'm Eric from lunacycle.com. You can find this bike, of course, on lunacycle.com. Thanks everybody for watching, and have a happy holiday.